Hi everyone, my discussing is all about the arrest and trial of Rizal. So we continue our discussion. On December 15, 1896, Rizal wrote a public declaration of his avowed intentions. He appealed to the Filipino people to stop shedding of blood and to achieve their freedoms through education and hard work. What the country needs today are individuals, not only with sense of visions and purpose, but above all, men of conscience. Sumulat si Rizal na isang pampublikong deklarasyon ng kanyang ipinangako intensyon upang matigil ang pagdalak ng dugo para makamit ang kalayaan sa pamamagitan ng edukasyon at pagsusumikap. Ang kailangan ng bansa ngayon ay mga individual, hindi lamang may pakiramdam at pananaw at layunin at higit sa lahat konsensya. On December 24, the Ordinary Court-Martials of the Post was constituted with 7 members: Colonel Jose Tagores Arjuna, Cavalry; Ricardo Maños Arias, Captain Artillery; Manuel Riguera, Captain Cavalry; Santiago Osorio, Captain Rangers; Manuel Escribano, Captain Engineers; and Fermin Rodriguez, Captain General Ordnance. The Assistant Judge Advocate General Enrique de Alcocer was appointed prosecutor. Rizal tried by court-martials. On December 26, Rizal was tried by court-martials of 7 Spanish Army officers at the Hall of Banners of Cuartel de España. Also in the courtroom were Captain Rafael Dominguez, the judge advocate, Lieutenant Enrique de Alcozar, the prosecuting attorney, Dr. Jose Rizal, the accused, and Lieutenant Travial de Andrade, his defender, and some inspectors, Filipino and Spaniards, Josephine Bracken, and a sister of Rizal, and some Filipino and foreign newspapermen. Witnesses the proceedings and deliberations. Judge Advocate Dominguez opened the trials by reading the charge against Rizal: revolutions, seditions, and illegal associations. After the presentations of the charge against the accused, the prosecuting attorney Alcocer stood up to deliver his remark by giving the summary of the charge against Rizal and urged the member of military tribunal to decide by imposing death penalty upon the accused. When the prosecuting attorney had finished his long and passionate speech, Rizal defender Travial de Andrade took the floor and presented his eloquent defense characterized by forceful and appropriate expression. Binuksan ni Judge Advocate Dominguez ang paglilitis sa pamamagitan ng pagbabasa ng mga paratang labang kay Rizal, gaya ng rebellion, sedition at illegal na samahan. Pagkatapos ng pagtatanghal ng mga paratang laban sa akusado, sa Attorney Alcocer tumayo at binigay ang kanyang mga pahayag sa pamamagitan ng pagbigay ng buod ng mga paratang laban kay Rizal at hinamok ang mga miyembro ng military tribunal na magpasya sa pamamagitan ng pagpataw ng parusang kamatayan sa mga akusado. After Lieutenant Travial de address able defense on the accused, he took his seat. The military court asked Rizal whether he had something to say in addition to the confidence, intelligence, and skill of his counsel about this case. Rizal presented his own brief memorandum of points of facts as following. 1. I could not be guilty of revolution for even advise Dr. Pio Valenzuela and the Pita not to rise and revolutions. 2. The revolutionists used by name without my knowledge. If I were guilty, I could have escaped from Singapore. 3. If I had a hand in revolutions, I could have escaped in Moribenta and would not build a house in both lands in Dapitan. 4. If I were the chief of the revolutions, why was I not consulted by the revolutionists? The La Liga Filipina did not live long, for after the first meeting, I was deported to the Dapitan and it died out. 6. If the La Liga Filipina was recognized 9 months later, I did not know about it. 7. It was true I wrote the constitutions and by law of the La Liga Filipina, but this is only civic associations and not revolutionary society. 8. While it was true that there were some better statements in my letters, it was because they were writing when my family was being persecuted, being disposed of their houses and land, and my brother and my brother-in-law were deported without a due process. 9. It was not true that the revolution was inspired in one of the speeches at the house of Doroyosho Ongwangko, has alleged by witnesses, whom I would not to comfort. My friends knew very well about my vehement oppositions to an armed rebellion. Why did Katipunan send a emissary to the Dapitan who was strangers to me? Because those who knew me were aware that I would never sanction any violent movement. And then my life in Dapitan had been exemplary as evidenced by my productive activities for the welfare of the people. The politico-military commanders and missionary priests could attest to this.